Hi, I'm Joe Chancellor.
And I'm Janice Eastep.
And we're with Have a Heart for the Homeless. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, we're here on behalf of the homeless in Richmond, Virginia. And we're having our second annual Christmas Eve celebration. Where is it going to be, Janice?
It's going to be at the Paradise Lounge.
Yeah, shouts out to Paradise Lounge for coming on as a faithful partner this year.
So we can be inside, in the warmth.
In the warmth with the homeless. And that's going to take place December 24th from 1 to 5 p.m. So you need to be there. But not only for December 24th. We have other needs for you that's watching as well.
Donations,
yes,
donations.
New and gently used items, all are welcome.
All sizes?
Yes, all colors, all shapes, all forms. We welcome every item, whether it's one glove, one hat, it doesn't matter, one scarf, one sock. It doesn't matter, one coat, one pair of jeans, one pair of boots.
Yes.
If everyone joined together as one, we will feel the need of the homelessness in Richmond. So where is the drop-off, Janice? Who's on board for drop-off?
Design Detail.
Yes, our wonderful partners at Design Detail.
Oh, yes.
You can drop your items off
at 2900
West Clay Street. And that's Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, we'll be here from noon to 2 p.m.
Yes.
We also do pickups in some cases. If you don't have a car, then call and we'll try to pick up. Because remember, it's just us with a couple of our partners, and we don't want to spread everyone too thin. So if you have transportation, or if you have family and friends who want to just drop off the things at your residence, and you can be the person that brings it over.
That's
teamwork is the best. Exactly. It's 2,400 vacant houses in Richmond City alone. Houses and properties. So we're asking the hoarders of property, donate us those properties so that we can get our 1,100 or so homeless people
off the streets
with their own address.
Yes.
What is something you want to share with the people in reference to your experience?
Well, I just feel like a lot of times people don't really put a face to being homeless, and they don't realize how close everyone is to being homeless.
Exactly.
Last year, I had a fire and I lost everything, and in that one instant it was kind of like I was homeless. Like, what was I going to do? And if I didn't have people to come and help and support me, I don't know how I would have made it through. And so, I mean, I look like a normal everyday person, and you would think, oh, she couldn't be homeless.
And still, when you left, when she lost everything, she still looked like a normal everyday person. Just because you lose everything, it doesn't mean you automatically go into wearing strobes for clothing.
Exactly.
And you can still look beautiful, but still go through certain stresses that often life offers us.
And the biggest part that I want to stress is, like I said, if I didn't have my family and friends, more so friends and just people like the Red Cross and people who I work with and people who really just took the time to care and say, hey, I know her, and donate stuff to me. Complete strangers donated stuff to me. So that was just one of those things that I was grateful for. And it made me think, you know what, if I could just be as generous as those who were to me, to other people, then you know what, we can make a change and we can make a difference.
So it doesn't matter if you have a church home, you're in a school or a business office, anywhere, you guys can get together and do something and donate to Have a Heart for the Homeless, so no one would be suffering for the winter madness without having those warm coats and a warm pair of gloves. Can you imagine us running in and out of buildings, from the car to the house, from the car to the office?
Yes.
They don't have that luxury. They're out there withstanding those conditions 24/7. And we must stress to you guys how important it is for teamwork in the city to come on board, because it's no reason why we have 2,400 vacant ISOL properties and businesses in the Richmond area. We have 1,100 people that's homeless.
Yes.
If you do the math, those people can be in a warm house,
warm environment,
and get the luxuries that we get, to take a shower. Sometimes we have to take a shower and wash the stress away.
Yes.
They don't have that luxury. Yes, there are a couple of churches that donate their facility. They go in twice a week to take showers. But can you imagine, guys?
Some of them can't get there twice a week. Some of them can't get there once a week.
Exactly.
Imagine not being able to bathe, for a month. Imagine socks with holes in them.
Yes.
A pack of socks to some people may seem like the smallest gift.
And how much is a pack of socks?
Oh my gosh, you can get a pack of socks at a minimum of like $3.
Yes, $3. And we take all donations and we give hugs and loves, whether you bring one glove or 20 pair of gloves. It doesn't matter, because we're all joining in together as one to help those who are in need. And that's the important thing about it. And I have a lot of people that come up to me and say, well, it was a homeless man asking for money. I saw him going buy a beer. Can you tell your story about that, Janice?
Yes, I can, because I've seen a homeless person, two instances. I had a homeless person come up to me one time and say, you know what, can I have $1 so that I can buy a beer? I really just would like to have a beer right now. And I gave him the money to buy a beer because he was honest and he wanted a beer. And then I had an instance where I was actually, I saw this homeless person and he looked like he just was destitute and he didn't have anything, and I gave him money and fed him, and I saw the same person maybe a couple of days later with a child in the store, clean, with a pocket full of money. You can never know who's homeless and who's not homeless. All I can do is find it in my heart to say, you know what, I'm not going to judge, and if a person comes to me and they want a beer or they want a sandwich, it's not me to judge. How many people get up from work and drink a glass of wine? And
so I just want to encourage you guys, stop trying to figure out who's the frauds and who's for real, because in the process, when you're trying to figure that out, you're going to let so many people slip through the cracks. So once it's from your heart, God knows your heart, your job is done.
Exactly.
We're not here to gauge who's real and who's fake. We're here to just feel those needs when we have a little extra to do.
Warm hearts during the holiday.
Exactly, and I just want to bring another thing to you guys' attention. Okay, we don't want to give them money to buy beer and wine, but if you're outside in the cold, we know that beer and wine often warms you up.
Yeah.
So it's not that all of those people have an alcohol problem. Is that, can you imagine being out there? You're trying to drink anything that can keep you warmer, so just look at it like that. Don't look at it, don't try and be the saver of picking out the frauds. That's not your job to do. If you have something extra, we're asking you to bring it on board, because we don't know these people's stories.
And like I said, to be realistic, when you get with your family during the holidays, who doesn't want to have a glass of eggnog? Who doesn't want
a glass of wine? Who doesn't want a cup of naughty head?
Yeah.
So. Let's be realistic. We're grown adults. If you choose to drink, that's on you. Just because you're homeless, that means you can't drink. Come on now. They're still adults. They're still functional adults.
And it's not fair to make that judgment or that decision to say, you know what, I don't want to buy them a bottle of wine, but you're at the store getting a bottle of wine for dinner every night.
Exactly.
Give them that luxury that one time.
And we're not condoning alcoholism. Don't get it twisted.
I don't drink.
ABC alerts around the world. We're not condoning that. All we're saying is, you need to just fill in the need. If you have something extra, give it. If it's not going to kill you.
Yes.
We're not asking you to not pay your rent and give what you don't have. We're just asking you to just be aware that it's homelessness in Richmond. And I would like to share another statistic with you guys that I recently found out. Okay, when you're in foster care, you used to could stay in the system until 21. Now, at 18, Suppose you haven't bonded with your foster care family, that they will still be there as your real family.
Yes.
You have to go out to the trenches. So now the numbers are rising of 18-year-olds who going out in the streets who are homeless. So get with Have a Heart for the Homeless, and we'll welcome you on board with open arms. If you have any ideas, our overall goal is to have the biggest one-stop reform 365 program that the city has ever seen.
Yes.
So please, donations to drop off again. It's where?
2900 West Clay Street.
2900 West Clay Street. And if you need to contact us, please do not hesitate. 804-577-8507 or 804-909-4090. We do have an email address too, though, don't we?
Yes, it's Have a Heart for the Homeless.
Number 4,
and that's at gmail.com.
Have a Heart for the Homeless at gmail.com. So again, I'm Joe Chancellor.
And I'm Janice Estep.
And we're from Have a Heart
for the Homeless.
Merry Christmas!
Shake a hand, yeah.